install one more package. That is why we couldn't get that multiple integral. Okay, we need two packages. Yesterday, actually, I have installed only one package. Quickly, please download this package also. Library Cubature, install Cubature and install RCPP. Install RCPP. It will take only 30 or 40 seconds. Only 30 or 40 seconds. Library Cubature and library RCPP. Please tell me if the installation is completed. Capital R, small c, PP. Cubature, all are small letters. Finished? Hello. Hello, tell me, finished or not? One of you can unmute or you can type the message. Please tell me.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Then we will do 3 examples and you can try more examples. First example is the simplest one. Integral 0 to 1, integral 0 to 1, integral 0 to 1, x1 plus x2 plus x3, dx3, dx2, dx1. You know, it is, we can actually do it integral 0 to 1, x1 plus x2, okay, and x3 is x3 square by 2, okay, and actually you can do it in as a sum of 3 things, no problem, and dx2, dx1, okay. First you integrate with respect to x3, then x1, x3, and x2, x3 plus x3 square by 2, dx2, dx1, 0 to 1. Then this is integral 0 to 1, 0 to 1. Upper limits, when you give upper limit, it is x1 plus x2 plus half, then dx2, dx1, Then you integrate with respect to x2, x1, x2 plus x2 square by 2 plus x2 by 2 between 0 to 1 dx1. Then it is integral 0 to 1, upper limits 1, therefore x1 plus half, therefore it is 1 dx1, therefore it is x1 square by 2 plus x1 from 0 to 1, therefore it is 1 by 2 plus 1, 3 by 2. Okay? Therefore, you remember this function x1 plus x2 plus x3. The first you define f function x. Here x is taken as an vector. Function x, curly brackets, x square bracket 1 plus x square bracket 2 plus x square bracket 3. Okay. First you install the package, then use library Cubator, library RCPP to make those two packages active. Then adapt integrate. Be careful, I is capital. Adapt integrate. The name of the function, lower limit. The letter L of limit is capital. That is in capital. Lower limit is equal to C0, 0, 0. 0 to 1, 0 to 1, 0 to 1. Okay, first 0 is for the first integral. Second 0 is for the lower limit of the second integral. Third 0 is the lower limit of the third integral. Similarly for upper integral. Okay, then you select the four statements, right click and run. You are getting the value 1.5. Our answer was also 3 by 2. 3 by 2 is 1.5. And second one is error. Actually, the error is 2.22 etc. into e raised to minus 16. Very small error. Very small error. Very small error. Don't worry about the other two things. Okay? Don't worry about other two things. If you want to know about these things, it is the how many times the function is evaluated, because the integral is done using numerical technique. Okay, numerical technique. Then one more integral 0 to 1 or 0 to 2, integral 0 to 2, integral 0 to 3, x1 into x2 into x3 dx3 dx2 dx1. That is integral 0 to 2. Now if you can make it is 0 to 4, no problem. 0 to 3, I can make it 4. So there's no, this is not needed now. x1, x2 into x3 square by 2 dx2 dx1. Limit is 0 to 3. Therefore, this is integral 0 to 2, 0 to 4. x1, x2 into 3 square is 9. 9 by 2 you can take outside. Then dx2, dx1. Therefore, 9 by 2 integral 0 to 2. x1 into x2 square by 2 between the limits 0 to 4 dx1. Therefore, this is 9 by 2 into 16 by 2, that is 8. Then again, x1 square by 2, 0 to 2. Therefore, 9 by 2 into 8 into 4 by 2. 4 by 2 is 2. That is 16 by 2. That is 8. 8 into 9, 72. Therefore, lower limit is 0, 0, 0. Upper limit is 2, 4, 3. Next function. Function x1 into x2 into x3, 0, 0, 0, 2, 4, 3. 2, 4, 3. 2, 4, 3. You just copy the previous statement. That is all. Don't type. x1 plus x2 plus x3, you change to x1 into x2 into x3 so that we will not make more mistakes. Okay, therefore you should get 72. You should get 72. Yeah, you are getting 72. You are getting 72. Okay. Another one is the famous bivariate normal, standard normal. That is f is equal to f of x1, x2 is equal to 1 by 2 pi into e raised to minus of x square plus y square minus infinity less than x less than infinity minus infinity less than y less than infinity. Less than infinity. What is the total integral? It should be 1 because it is a probability density function. Okay, it is a probability density function, therefore the integral is 1. Okay, you take next one, function 1 by 2 pi a raised to minus x1 square plus x2 square by 2. I am taking it as 0.5 multiplied by 0.5. 0.5. Are you coming with me or behind me or far above, far ahead of me? Tell me. Students, please tell me. Hello. Is it clear or not? Tell me. One of you can tell me.
Sir, it is okay, sir. It is okay, sir. It is,
Okay,
we are following, sir.
very good, very good. The function is 1 because otherwise our efforts will not achieve the target. Function 1 by 2 pi e raised to minus x1 square plus x2 square into 0.5. Adapt integrate. Lower limit is minus infinity minus infinity. Remember that capital I you have to use for infinity. All the lower limits you give in the first part and all the upper limits you give in second part. That's all. That's all. That's all. You select these two things. You select these two things and run. Yeah, 1.00000 for actual value is 1. Actually, that is why I have given this example. We may get a small difference because it is numerical technique. Okay, they are using numerical technique, not exact integral. Okay, you see function evaluation 4471. That is, it has evaluated. And what about the error? 9.77 into 10 raised to minus 6. Okay, therefore error is very small. Error is very small. Okay, but for a practical purpose, it will do. It will do. Don't worry about that. Don't worry. If you want to find minus infinity to 0, minus infinity to minus infinity to 0 and minus infinity to 0, we just change this one, that's all. You just change this one, that's all. Okay, then you select only this one because function is already defined. Yeah, 0.25, 0.25, 1 by 4th. Okay, 1 by 4th. If it is from minus infinity to infinity, you should get 0.5. You should get 0.5. 0.50000. Okay, therefore that part is over. This one was actually sometimes it is coming with crayon, but it was not there in my for this one. Okay. Now, yesterday we have seen the measures of central tendency. Okay. And we have seen so many measures yesterday. Okay. And we will continue with that. We will continue with that. Okay. Yeah, little more things I have to explain today. Yeah, somebody asked me how to write the results to some other file. Okay, actually, I was planned to do these things in the first or second class. Okay, but only now I got time. You please take this one. I get WD, this I have already discussed. You just type get WD, then you will know what is your directory. My directory, current directory, working directory is physics, a folder physics in the desktop. This one is my working directory. This one is my working directory. Okay. Now, I also suggest, I suggest you also to do something like that. Otherwise, it will be saved some in another place. Okay, most probably that will be in documents. Okay, therefore you can set, if it is not, you can set your working directory like this. Set WD. Set WD. You can define a folder in some drive, and then you can specify that as your working directory. Therefore, all those things we are doing, that will be saved in that folder, so that it will be very easy for you to locate for the future purpose. Okay, data cards. I'm taking data cards. Okay, data cards. Data empty cards. Data empty cards. Okay, I'm creating a table. I'm creating a table. Summary. You know what is the purpose of this summary function? It will give you 6 characteristics. 6 characteristics of the data. MPG, minimum value, first quartile, median, mean, third quartile, and maximum. Similarly for the other one. Okay? Similarly for the other one. You have to download 2 packages, Write Excel and data frames to XLS. Write Excel. Simply go to package, set to cran mirror, then you select package, Write Excel. I have already done. Now it is opened. Therefore, if I again ask the system to install that package, it will say that file is already opened. Therefore, there's a wrong message you will get. Once it is completed, please give me a message. Once it is completed, please give me the message. It may take sometimes 40 seconds or 50 seconds like that. Very small file. Once it is installed, you use library, write Excel, library data frames to your XLS, so that those two packages are available in the R environment. Tell me, finished or not?
Yes, sir. Finished.
Okay. Then, suppose you want to save that file as a comma separated value file. Write dot CSV, the name of the file RR. This is the RR. Where you want to save? Where you want to save? I wish to save that file in my working directory. That is physics. And I can give the name results underscore 24.8, 24.8, 21. That is the name of the file after saving. After saving, you can give your name, no problem. You can give. If you want, you can give more detailed name. Empty cards results 24.8 21.csv. Finished. Then you select this one, run. What is the problem? Let me check. Yeah, this one was something wrong. Yeah. Writes.csv, name of the file, empty cars, results. I am giving empty cars underscore result for row names false. Row names false. Okay. Now, if I go to that folder, I should, what is there? Where is physics is there? I should see that file here. I should see that file here. What was the name we have given? The file name, empty cars underscore results 4. Empty cars underscore results 4. IJKLMNOP. Yeah, empty cars underscore results 4. That file is now exported from R to Excel in the form of CSV. Please remember that at least I know 3 methods to export value. At least 3 methods are there. Okay, here it is MPG. I don't want to confuse you too much. Therefore, we will discuss only one method here. And I'm sure that more methods are there. More than 3 methods are there. And you can search or you can refer to some books, you will get this one. Okay. And to write in the form of an Excel file, you write underscore XLX. write underscore XLS. Mr. Write Excel is an expert. Mr. Write Excel is an expert to write a file from R to Excel. Okay, and I want, this is not in the form of data frame. I want that in data frame, from data frame, okay, as data.frame RR. RR is a file now, and I want to convert that file to a data frame, and you specify the path. Okay, I am giving a name, empty cards, empty cards underscore results underscore today. You can give any name, but if you take tomorrow, then also it will be today. Okay. Then you can select that statement and run. Yeah, no mistakes are there. Now, if you go to physics, empty cards, what is the name of the file? Empty cards underscore results today. Empty cards underscore results today. Yeah, it is here. It is here. Once it is available here, you can do anything. Yeah. Variable MPG, minimum, first quartile, median, etc. Variable cylinder, minimum, etc. Okay. Everything is available now. Another wonderful package is there. Stargazer. Beautiful package. Stargazer, beautiful package. And you can use that package to export results of the summary files and regression files, regression results. Stargazer. Where is Stargazer? I think I have added with this one. Let me check. Okay, let us not waste our time. I will explain because it is somewhere here in the, I'm not very good in organizing my files. Okay. Now, that about, now we have discussed two methods, how to export a file to in the form of CSV, in the form of XLX. Okay. Now, next thing, you please download the library moments. Download the package moments. Download the package moments. Once you complete the downloading, please tell me.
Yes, sir. Complete, sir.
Okay. Yesterday we have seen what are moments. Okay, actually they are the important parameters of the distribution. Okay, and we have sufficient reasons to believe that to identify the different characteristics of the population, it is enough to know 4 moments. We have seen that there are 2 types of moments. One is a row moment and other is a central moment. Row moments are defined like this, and central moments are defined like this. Okay. Yesterday, Shahid sir asked me a question: why in some books n is there? Why in some books n-1 is there? I can tell you one more reason. This is our population. This is our population. And sigma is the population constant. It is a constant. It is a constant. That means what? It is not changing. It is not changing. Now you are taking a sample. You are taking a sample and you are finding S square. S square. Using this formula. Here you are using sample mean. Sample mean. What is population? 1 by n sigma x minus mu the whole square. This is a population variance. Mu is the population mean. Now this xy is sample mean. Sample mean is a variable. Sample mean is a variable. Population mean is a constant. Constant means what? Never changing. Never changing. Population variance is a constant. It is never changing. But sample mean is a variable. It is changing from sample to sample. Okay. Suppose I take the first sample, S1 sample. Suppose the sample observations are 3, 8, 21, 9. Using these 4 observations, you can find 1 S square and 1 X bar. You take the second sample, you may get different observations, 6, 4, 9, 13. You can find another S square and another X2 bar. Another X2 bar. Therefore, it is varying. It is varying. Okay? And sample mean is using here. Therefore, you take all the possible samples. You take all the possible samples of same size, n. This again I will discuss when I discuss testing problems. Okay, sample size you are fixing, and X bar is also there. X bar is also there. Suppose you fix sample mean X bar as 10. Sample mean X bar as 10. Okay? Then what happens to that? Even though you are taking n values, even though you are taking n values with the specified mean, are you getting the logic? My students, are you getting the logic? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. For example, if you want more specific examples, I can give more specific examples. No problem, because this is an important concept in statistics. Okay. Let me ask Binesh. Please, Binesh, tell me. Give me a number, Binesh. You please give me a number. Tell me a number. Binesh, tell me a number.
In between. Which
Any
number?
Any
number. Okay.
Any number.
28.
That is
28.
28. I am sure that is not your age, because for X1 is 28. He has full freedom. He has full freedom. That number came to his mind. Okay. Binesh, please give me 2 numbers.
2-digit number.
Any 2 numbers. Any number. Negative, positive, any number.
Okay. 3. 7.
Okay, he has full freedom. He has full freedom to give two numbers. Okay?
Okay.
Vinesh, therefore, x1 is a variable. The first number is a variable, and 3 is the value of that variable. x2 is a variable, and 7 is the value of that variable. Vinesh, please give me two numbers so that their sum is 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please give me two numbers so that their sum is 10.
Another.
Any two numbers for the sum is
6 and 4.
6 and 4. How many numbers you can select as you like? Tell me, how many numbers you can select as you like when the sum is 10?
How many numbers?
You have already given two numbers. Out of those two numbers, how many numbers you can select? You could select as you like.
Okay.
You are from Malayali?
Yeah.
ഈ രണ്ട് നമ്പറിൽ സ്വന്തം ഇഷ്ടപ്രകാരം എത്ര നമ്പർ സെലക്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റി?
അതായത് 3ഉം 7ഉം ഇൻ ബിറ്റ്വീൻ 3 and 7
അല്ല, രണ്ടാമത് 6 and 4
6 and 4 രണ്ട് നമ്പർ ആദ്യം സെലക്ട് ചെയ്തു, 6 and 4. പിന്നെ അതിനുശേഷം
എന്റെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ബിനീഷിന് മനസ്സിലായില്ല. x1 plus x2 10 എന്ന് ഞാൻ ഫിക്സ് ചെയ്ത് രണ്ട് നമ്പർ സെലക്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ
6ഉം 4ഉം 10 ആണ്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ 5ഉം 5ഉം അങ്ങനെയാണ് ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചത്.
ഞാനൊന്നും ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചില്ല. Okay, you can select only one number as you like.
Okay.
You can select only one number as you like. Other number is automatically fixed. Yes or no?
Yes.
Suppose you select as first number as 2, second number you have no choice. Second number you have no choice. The second should be 8.
8.
First number you take -1. Second you have no choice. It is 11. First one you can select any number as you like.
Then 10.
Any number as you, suppose it is 0. Second one is 10. Suppose the first one is 100. No choice for the second number. It is -90.
-90.
Therefore, when I put one constraint, your hands are changed. Your hands are changed. Your degree of freedom is reduced. Your freedom is reduced. You can, even though you find two numbers here, x1 and x2, even though you find two numbers here, you have freedom to select only one number as you like. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, that means, so same thing for when I fix x bar. When I fix x bar, what is x bar? X bar is sigma x by n. Fixing x bar is equivalent to fixing sigma x, because n is the given number of observations. Now, when you fix sigma x for n numbers, you have freedom to select only n-1 numbers as you like. Yes or no?
Yeah. Yes.
Therefore, the last number is sum of n numbers minus sum of n-1 numbers. That will be the last number. Therefore, only n-1 random variables are there. That is one of the reasons to divide by n-1. That is another reason for, logical reason for the variance, sample variance, etc. Okay, yesterday I have given that one reason. That is the expectation of 1 by n sigma x minus x bar the whole square is not sigma square, but expectation of 1 by n-1 sigma x minus x bar the whole square is sigma square. That is s square is an unbiased estimator for variance. Okay, don't worry about that too much. Okay, therefore, but if you have large data set, for practical purposes, it may not give much difference. But people take n-1 because of so many reasons, theoretical reasons. Okay, fine. Then comes to what, you have already installed these moments. Okay, Then you please take a data reverse. Data reverse. Anything you can take, any file you have taken, you can take, no problem. No problem. And we have seen skewness and kurtosis. That was skewness reverse. Skewness reverse. Skewness reverse. We have seen for normal curve, for symmetric curve, skewness is 0. For positive symmetric curve, skewness is greater than 0. Okay. For negatively symmetric, for a negatively skewed distribution, it is less than 0. Now it is a positively skewed distribution. Positively skewed distribution. Now you can verify that also, no problem. No problem. You can verify. How to verify? One is hystereverse. I am not going to give any colors. I am not going to give any colors. Okay, you can see that the distribution is positively skewed distribution. Okay, large frequencies are corresponding to small values. Large frequencies are corresponding to small values. Okay, then kurtosis. Kurtosis is flatness, peakedness. 16 point something. 16 point something. Okay. Therefore, we have seen all those things. Suppose you want all moments, all dot moments, you can give. That's a function. All dot moments, order dot max is equal to 2. All dot moments, here I am giving x. X is 1 to 10. X is 1 to 10. X is equal to 1 to 10. X is equal to 1 to 10. X is equal to 1 to 10. I am a fool. 1 to 10. Row moments. Row moments. Okay, this is mu dash 0, mu dash 1. What is mean? Mean is 1 plus 2 plus etc. plus 10 by 10. Okay, n into n plus 1 by 2, 10 into 11 by 2, 55. By 550 by 2, 55. 55 by 10, 5.5. If you want up to 4th order moments, you give 4. That's all. You give 4. That's all. This is a mu 0 dash, mu 1 dash, mu 2 dash, mu 3 dash, mu 4 dash. It will be acting as a vector. It will be acting as a vector. Suppose you want to see the third component of that vector, Rm3. Rm3. Yeah, 38.5. This is the first component. This is the second component. This is the third component. Okay. To get central moments, what is to be done? What is to be done? Central is equal to true. That's all. Central is equal to true. Otherwise, it will give raw moments only. CM, central moments. I am giving the name like that. That's all. Yeah, these are the central moments. Central moments. Central moments. Okay, that about that. One more thing I would like to tell today, August 23rd physics. August 23rd physics. Yeah, it's the concept of trimmed mean. Trimmed mean. That is also there. Trimmed mean. What do we trimmed mean? Trimming, you know, removing some part. Okay, trimmed flowers or trimmed plants, etc. We have seen that mean has got a drawback. It is highly influenced by outliers or extremely small values and extremely large values. They can create a problem. I have given an example also. Therefore, it is another technique to see whether some unusually large values or unusually small values are creating problems in the data. Therefore, you remove certain percentage as you like from the lower part as well as from the higher part. Okay, then you take the middle values. That is, what about these trimmed values? After trimming, you are getting a data set without unusually large values and unusually small values. Suppose you are removing 5% from here and 5% from here, then you will be having 90% of the original data set. 90% of the original data set. This is called a 5% trimmed mean. 5% trimmed mean. Okay, and if you find that the actual values as well as actual mean as well as trimmed mean, if both are very close, then your data is a good data. Your data is a good data. Okay. For example, you take a reverse. You take a reverse, mean reverse. In reverse, you may get the average length of 141 reverse, that is 591. 591. Then you take mean reverse. Okay, trim is equal to 0.05. 5% values you are removing from bottom as well as top. Unexpected numeric constant. What is that numeric constant? Yeah, 0.0.5. I am a fool. Okay. Yeah, 519. 519, it is 591. 591. You can see that the average is reduced. Average is reduced. That means you can see that some higher values were there. Therefore, reverse, you can see reverse sort to reverse. Yeah, you can see the values 2533 3710 3710. That is when we have removed these higher values and when we have removed 5% of the lower values. 5% of the lower values and 5% of the higher values, then the mean is reduced to 590. All these values will not be considered. That is about the trimmed mean. Okay, sometimes we have to use that one. And this 0.05, 0.1, etc., you can make your own changes depending on your problem. There are no rules for that. Okay, now it is 490. Okay, when I have removed 10% from the bottom and 10% from the top, then average is again reduced. From 519 to 490. Okay, that about trimmed mean. Therefore, we have completed the measures of central tendencies. Measures of central tendencies. Okay, mean, the average, median, a positional average that divides the population into two. 50% of the values are below the median, and 50% values lie above the median. And other partition values, quartiles, 25, first quartile, 25 below, 75 above, third quartile, 75 below, 25 above, and D1, D2, etc., D9, that is based on decimals, deciles, therefore 10%. And then percentage, 100%. Then comes measures of central tendencies, mean, median, mode, geometric mean, harmonic mean, and measures of dispersion, range, quartile deviation, interquartile range, variance, standard deviation, coefficient of variation. Then about the shape of the curve, that is skewness and kurtosis. Okay, you can plot the density also. Density bracket reverse. Density bracket reverse. Density curve you can plot. And again, this is basic only. This is basic, and you can have so many type of other things. You can modify these things. Okay, so many things are there, and all those things again we will discuss when we discuss distributions. If you have some questions, please ask me. Please.
Sir, maybe I'll ask you a question regarding to give an example for dividing by n minus 1 and dividing by n, how to say that it is a mean correctly. It is depending upon your previous discussion on it.
Actually, the discussion is mainly theoretical. It is not mainly practical, not applied one.
Okay, sir.
Okay. That is, suppose you are taking 9 values which can vary randomly. Then, is it logically correct to divide it by 9 or divide by 10? That's a question. One question is that. One question is that. Because the last one is not a variable. The last one is actually determined by the other values. That is one point. Another one is using the concept of unbiasedness that we will discuss when we discuss properties of estimates. That is, when we go for estimation, when we don't know something, correct? Suppose you know my age exactly. What is the fun in going for estimating my age? You know it exactly, correct? If you know the distance between Calicut University and Calicut town, if you know that the distance is 24 kilometers exactly, then there is no need of estimation. You know it exactly. Otherwise, you will think that is, once I was traveling in a bus and the bus took 35 minutes to reach Calicut from Calicut University, and there was block that, etc. Therefore, on an average, the distance will be 25 kilometers. Okay. Then the ticket price was 12 rupees. Therefore, nowadays the ticket price is 50 paise per kilometer. Therefore, the estimated distance between Calicut University and Calicut will be 24 kilometers. Is it clear or not?
There is an approximation.
Yeah, we will go for estimation when we are in darkness. Therefore, then in that case, we will take some evidences to make some assumption about the parameters. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Therefore, next question. Can we take any function as an estimator? Can we take any function, underline the word any? No. When we select some friends, we want to see that friends should have some qualities. They should be loving, they should be honest, they should be sincere, they should be hardworking. Okay, so many qualities we expect from good friends. Okay, a friend in need is a friend indeed, etc., etc. So many phrases are also there. Otherwise, we will not make others enemy, but we will not mingle with them too much. Correct? Okay, we will simply smile and bye bye gaga. Finished. We will not open our heart. We will not explain. We will not express our feelings, worries, etc. Okay, we will not say. Therefore, some qualities should be there for these estimates. The first quality is the unbiasedness. An estimator should be unbiased. What will be unbiasedness? Suppose T is an estimator for the parameter theta, then expectation of T should be theta. Okay, if you can put a Tn also. Expectation of T is
So your sound is not coming. Voice is not coming. സാറിന്റെ പിന്നെ മൈക്ക് എന്തോ പറ്റിയിട്ടുണ്ട്, ഒന്ന് വെയിറ്റ് ചെയ്യൂ എല്ലാവരും കേട്ടോ.
ഓക്കെ സർ.
എല്ലാവരും, all of you have put your attendance. I'll just put it now.
Okay, sir.
സാർ ഇത്രയും ടൈം റെക്കോർഡിംഗ് ബ്ലാങ്ക് ആയില്ലേ?
Rita, sir is somehow he could not join, but I am waiting for his reply. Now you try, you can enter your attendance. Rita, you ask, can't mark the attendance. Please.
സാറേ, എവിടെ വരെ നമ്മൾ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്ത് കേട്ടായിരുന്നു?
Sir, concept of unbiasedness നെ പറ്റിയിട്ട് സാർ പറഞ്ഞു. പിന്നീട്
അത് കേട്ടായിരുന്നോ?
അത് കേട്ടു.
ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ. അല്ല, ഒന്നുമില്ല. ഞാനത് എന്താ പറയാ, whether that outside Kerala student is there?
Uday Kumar is around.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, no problem. That is, I was just explaining the reason for n and n-1 in the denominator. Okay, there is a concept called unbiasedness. Unbiasedness as a property of the estimators. One of the properties. There are four properties: unbiasedness, sufficiency, efficiency, and consistency. Okay, and And this one, if you take a 1 by n and 1 by n minus 1 as denominators, then we can theoretically prove that expectation of this I will discuss.
Sir, can you share your screen, please?
Oh, I forgot. Everything I have to redo, no? Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that, no? I was out. Okay.
Sir, I tried to call you, but your phone was engaged.
Oh, no, I didn't use that. I don't know what happened.
Okay. But you are out of coverage area, it was.
No, in that case, you can try one more number, 9446
Okay, sir.
971883. Yeah, there are two numbers for me.
Second number is 9446
971883.
971883. Okay, sir.
Okay. Because now I'm in a remote village of Kerala. Here, the facilities are very limited.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Now, if you take expectation of 1 by n,
Sir, expectation means the probability of having.
no, I will explain that. I will explain once we record. Okay. Or let us wait for some time.
Okay, sir.
Because for this we need the concepts. I will explain everything in beautiful format after 2 days. Please wait for 2 days. Because for that we need the concept of random variables and distribution functions, etc. Okay, today we start a probability theory. It is very useful for all the faculties. Okay. Now there are different approaches for probability theory. Mathematical or classical approach and axiomatic approach and frequency approach. So many approaches are there. And we will discuss only one approach here. Only one approach. That is called the classical approach. Very simple approach. But that is useful also. Now let me check the number of participants. There are 27 participants. Okay, I think including me also. Okay. Therefore, there are 27 participants in this program. I don't know. Suppose 15 are boys or 12 are girls. I don't know the exact numbers. I'm just taking an example. If I select one student at random, I don't have any partiality. Okay. If I select one student at random, what is the chance that that selected student is a boy? You can easily say that it is 15 by 27. Because there are total 27 students there, and out of that, 15 are boys. Therefore, the probability of selecting a boy at random, that is important. At random. Why at random means what? All have same chance of being selected. I don't have any partiality. Okay? The chance of being selected a student who is a boy. Similarly, what is the chance of getting selected a girl student? It is 12 by 27. Now this is the number of favorable cases. This is the number of total cases. And you can see that 15 by 27 plus 12 by 27, that is 27 by 27, that is equal to 1. Probability theory finished. This is only probability theory. In classical approach, you have to find two things. You have to find two things. What is the first thing? Number of favorable cases. What is the second thing? Total number of cases. Then you take the ratio. Number of favorable cases to total number of cases, that is the probability of happening that event. In kinetic theory of gases, in quantum mechanics, quantum physics, etc., probability theory is extensively used. Okay, and but they are using at a higher level, but we don't have time to discuss those things now. Okay, now some little concepts, very little concepts. One is the sample space. Don't worry about the technical terms. In physics also, you are using so many concepts: acceleration, velocity, viscosity, that, etc. So some many. Similarly, sample space means what? The totality of all outcomes of a random experiment. The totality of all the outcomes of a random experiment. That is called sample space. In physics, you are doing so many experiments, no? Are they random experiments? Are they random experiments? No, they are deterministic experiments. They are deterministic experiments. If you take a simple experiment, if you do some experiment, you know this will be the outcome. And whether you do it on Sunday or Monday or at 12 p.m. or 10 p.m., the result will be same. The result will be same. If you take 2 parts of hydrogen and 1 part of oxygen, and if you mix them under laboratory conditions, only one result you can expect: H2O. H2O. If you take a prism and if you pass a beam of light through it, you can see VIBGYOR, violet, indigo, blue, etc. Whether you are doing that experiment in Delhi or America or UK, the result is same. Whether you do the result or whether I do the result, whether you do the experiment or I do the experiment, the result will be same. Such experiments are called deterministic experiments. Suppose you toss a coin. You toss a coin. First characteristics is that more than one outcomes are possible. Number of outcomes, more than one. You toss a die. There are 6 phases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? And even if you get head, etc. for 100 times, there is no guarantee that you will be getting head in the 101st time. It can be a tail. It can be a tail. That means what? We cannot say the definite sequence of outcomes. When we conduct the experiments repeatedly, the outcomes can be changing here and there and here and there and here and there. That's the beauty of randomness, no? That's the beauty of randomness. Okay. Then this is the first case, sample space. And second concept is a concept of an event. Concept of an event. A subset of the sample space. Finished. Event is a subset of the sample space. Suppose S is a sample space, then E, a subset of S, is called an event. Is called an event. To make it more specific, event of our interest. Event of our interest. Okay, then what is your question? What is the chance that the event of my interest can happen? The event of my interest can happen. That's the problem. That's the problem. Okay, suppose you want to go to college and you want to know whether there will be raining today or not. What is your event of interest? Raining today. Raining today. Okay, and now you can imagine a number of examples. Suppose you are investing your money in some mutual funds. You have all the past data with you regarding the growth of that mutual funds. Then you want to know, if I put some amount in the mutual fund, whether I can get 10% profit or 20% profit or 5% loss or 10% loss, etc. You want to find the probability of that. probability of that one. Okay, and if some particles are moving here and there, etc. Okay, wonderful experiments are there in physics. What is called Brownian motion experiments. Brownian motion experiments. Okay, if you take a jar with some liquid and you put a small particle here, and that will be moving here and 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 here, etc. Okay, there's a wonderful experiment called the Brownian motion diffusion process. Diffusion process. Okay, very high mathematics are needed. Okay, differential equations, that integral differential equations, so many things are there. Okay, and we will not discuss that to that level, and we will discuss some preliminary case. Okay, and here we have seen S is a sample space, E is an event, then we denote the probability of E as P bracket E, P bracket E, P bracket E. Okay, in the classical approach, this is definition. This is defined as the number of favorable cases divided by total number of cases. Number of favorable cases divided by total number of cases. Here, there are two limitations for these definitions. What are the two definitions? What are the two limitations? One is the sample points are equally likely. Equally likely. That is what I told you. I don't have any partiality. I am selecting one of you at random. I don't mind whether the selected student is a boy or a girl or a research scholar. I don't mind. All have equal chance. Then only this definition can be applied. Second one, sample space is finite. Sample space is finite. If infinite, what happens? In the denominator, you will have infinity. Whatever may be there in the numerator, when you divide by it, infinity is 0. When you divide by infinity, it is 0. Okay. Therefore, if the outcomes are not equally likely, then this definition cannot be applied. If the sample space is not finite, then also you cannot apply this definition. Okay. Therefore, you should know some techniques to find number of favorable cases, and you should know how to find total number of cases. Finished. If you can do these things by some techniques, then you can find probability of E very easily. Okay, I am not going into the theoretical details. That is available in many books, preliminary books, as well as in many articles by very expert professors, as well as YouTube videos are available, preliminaries of probability, etc. This one. Now, I shall quickly give you some examples. I will give you 5 examples. Suppose you consider the experiment of tossing a coin. There are only 2 possible outcomes, head and tail. This is a sample space. Okay. If you consider the experiment of 2 coins, first coin can be head, second coin can be head, first coin can be head, second one tail, first one tail, second one head, first one tail, second one also tail. Consider experiment of tossing a die. There are 6 faces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you remember that ladder and snake game? There we are using a cube. Okay, that is for the die. It has got 6 faces, face 1, face 2, face with 1 dot, face with 2 dots, 3 dots, 4 dots, etc. If you consider the experiment of tossing a die and a coin together, then the different possibilities are H1, H2, H3, H4, etc., H6, and tail 1, tail 2, tail 3, etc., tail 6. There are 12 points in the sample space. Okay, coin may show head, die may show 1. Coin may show head, die may show 2, etc. Suppose you toss 2 dice simultaneously, then there are 36 points. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. This is the number on the first die. This is a number on the second die. Number on the first die, number on the second. They are not same. They are not same. They are different. And finally, 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, etc. 6, 6. Okay. Now you can imagine so many experiments and you can get different sample space. Suppose you consider the temperature at a place. Temperature at a place can be any number between A and B. A and B. A is the lower limit and B is upper limit. Okay. Infinitely many points are there in any interval. In any interval, however small it be. However small it be. Therefore, their sample space consists of infinitely many points. Weight of a newborn baby. Weight of a newborn baby. It can take any value. It can take any value. Okay? Like that. Like that. Okay? And okay. Therefore, you should know 2 things. You should know 2 things. How to find the number of favorable cases. How to find the total number of cases. Okay? And after that, I shall give you 10 minutes break. Okay? One technique. Suppose you can do one activity in M ways and another activity in N ways. In how many ways you can do both the activities simultaneously? Please tell me. One of you can.
M into N.
Yeah, M into N. M into N. Is it clear? The students, is it clear? Yes or no? Either you can type the answer or you can unmute your mic and tell me. Is it clear? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. This one you have to remember. Okay. For example, suppose there are 27 participants in this group and 15 are boys and 12 are girls. And I am selecting a sample of size 10. I am selecting a sample of size 10 for what? For giving a demo or some experiment like that. Then my question is, how many what is the probability that there are 7 boys and 5 girls in that sample?
7 by 15 plus
In that sample of
5 by
12. 7 by
15 plus.
tell me.
Then how many girls? 5 by 12.
5 girls.
5 by 12.
Okay. Okay, my dears, I will explain. There are 27 students in this group. Out of these 27 students, in how many different ways you can select 12 students? Tell me. Suppose there are 4 books. All those things are +2 mathematics. Suppose there are 4 books, A, B, C, D. In how many ways you can select 2 books? You can select AB, you can select AC, you can select AD, you can select BC, you can select BD, you can select CD. In 6 ways you can select. That 6 is nothing but 4C2. 4 factorial by 2 factorial into 2 factorial. 4 factorial means 1 into 2 into 3 into 4. Okay, 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 is 4 into 24. 24 by 4, that is 6. That is 6. Okay, I am running fast. I am running fast because our train is very slow. Okay, therefore, out of these 27 students, I can select 12 students in 27 C12 ways. You can use two notations. 27. These are the total number of possibilities. I have to get 7 boys. These 7 boys can come from only from 15 boys. Only from 15 boys. I can select 7 boys in 15C7 ways. I can select 5 girls in 12C5 ways. I can do selection of boys in M ways. I can do selection of girls in N ways. Therefore, I can do selection of boys and girls in M into N ways. Therefore, number of favorable cases is 15C7 into 12C5 divided by 27C12. This is the probability of getting 7 boys and 5 girls. One is enough. Probability of getting 7 boys is enough because automatically other 5 should be girls. We are not taking any other classification. Is it clear or not? Is it clear or not? Tell me. That student, please tell me, is it clear? Unfortunately, your answer is not matching with my answer. Don't worry about that. Is it clear now?
Yes, yes. No.
Very good. We can do that in R like this. Choose function. Choose function will help you. Choose function. Choose means what? Selecting now. Choose means selecting now. Whenever I am in hurry, I am creating problems for me. All my screens are now. I have opened so many files. Where are the other files? Yeah, somewhere hidden here. Somewhere here. Choose will help you. I will do small example first. Choose bracket 4, 2 means 4C2. 4C2, you know the value of this, we have seen it is 6. It is 6. Okay, choose. NC10. NC10 is 1. NCN is 1. NCN is 1. Okay, NCN is 1. Okay, NC0 is also there. NCR is same as NCN minus R. Choose NC0. Here also you should get, because when you select 10 items, you are not selecting anything. Okay. And NC1 is N. NC1 is N. Choose 10, 1. You should get 10. You should get 10. You should get 10. Yeah. Same as NCN minus 1. That is also 1. Because whenever you are selecting 9 items, you are not selecting 1 item. Okay. Now, what was our question? 17 boys, and you want 7 into 15 boys. No, whatever. We don't worry about 17 or 15. It is a dummy example.
15 boys and 12 girls.
15 boys and 12 girls. Okay. 12C5. Okay. 15C7. 15C. Don't worry about simplifications. The package will do that. Choose 15 plus 12, 27. 27, 7 plus 5, 12. This is a probability. This is a probability. Yeah, 0.2931754. 0.2931754. For these calculations, we can use R. We can use R. Okay. You want more examples? Tell me, please. Tell me, please.
This is okay, sir. You can give some problems
sir.
and we will.
Huh? Tell me.
This is okay, sir.
This is okay. Okay. So here you can see the value, probability value is always between 0 and 1. Probability of any event, because why? Favorable cases, maximum number. Maximum number can be total cases. The maximum value will be 1. Sometimes no case may be favorable, therefore it will be 0. Therefore, when you do some problem, if it is more than 1 or less than 0, you should see that some errors are there. Okay, that is one. Then, whenever we are interested in one problem, whenever we are interested in the occurrence of one event, automatically we are interested in the non-occurrence of the event. Therefore, probability of non-occurrence is equal to 1 minus probability of occurrence. 1 minus probability of occurrence. Probability of occurrence plus probability of non-occurrence is equal to 1. Okay, these are the preliminary things you have to remember. Okay, now you please take a rest for some time. Chayan sir, you please make the rest period. You can suggest the duration, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, like that.
So we can go up to 12 minutes. Others can please rest.
12 minutes. Okay, very good. Okay, now it is 11:38. So please join at 11:50. Okay,
Yes, sir.
thank you.